Amazing facts you've never heard without the AI voiceover. It sounds as if the story of the Herero knife, its gold handle studded with jewels, had come from the pen of a fiction writer, but not so. The knife carried a curse. At least 28 people suffered a violent death after coming into contact with it. The story of the knife begins back in 1917 when it came into the possession of a German army officer, Lieutenant Froelich. He believed that the chief of the African Herero tribe knew the whereabouts of a treasure trove. Froelich and 3 soldiers kidnapped the chief and his wife and tortured the woman with the knife until the chief was forced to tell that the fortune in gold was buried in a certain kraal. The lieutenant led his 3 soldiers against the kraal and slaughtered everyone in it. The officer then murdered 2 of his own men, his mind filled with greed. But other natives had seen the massacre and followed Froelich and his companions as they drove off in a wagon loaded with treasure. While they slept that night, the 2 Germans were killed and their bodies left with the wagon and the treasure. 25 years passed and 2 gold prospectors chanced to camp on the spot. The sands had buried the treasure wagon, and the 2 men searching for firewood came across the top of the wagon. Mainly out of curiosity, the 2 men scooped away the sand and uncovered the 2 skeletons of Froelich and his companion and the gold, plus the tarnished knife. The 2 men polished the knife up and took off into town to sell the gold. This done, they bought tickets for Johannesburg the next day, but that night, one of the men was killed in a drunken brawl. The other man sold the knife to a firm of jewelers in Johannesburg, Cohen and Rosenblatt. Cohen took the knife to show his wife. A few hours later, the couple were killed by burglars who broke into the house. Already, 25 people had died after being connected with the knife, but Cohen's son, to whom the dagger had passed, scoffed at the idea that it carried a curse. Some weeks later, while driving his new sports car, he spun off a straight road and crashed over a cliff. He was number 26. From now on, no one wanted to own the dagger, and it passed quickly from hand to hand. One man named Sturman bought and displayed it on the wall of his home. A few days later, he was killed by lightning. The knife lay unclaimed amongst Sturman's effects until a wealthy American instructed his agent in Africa, Dark Nathan, to purchase it for him. Nathan bought it and quickly hurried to dispatch it at the post office, relieved to get rid of the accursed blade. As he walked out of the post office, Nathan was run down and killed by a lorry. From that time, nothing more has been heard of the Herero dagger. With such a reputation, no one wishes to find it. Like, share, comment, and subscribe for more amazing facts.